The first function is the strongest part of you. You don't choose it, you inherit it, usually with excess. If one function feels overdeveloped, overwhelming, even too much, it's probably your first. This is the function you lead with in new situations, not by choice, but by instinct. The person with the first physics might think about their outfit before the conversation. The one with first logic, the reverse. They're planning arguments before picking a shirt. In a heated debate, one person stays calm, eyes sharp, voice even. They ask questions, cite sources, break down contradictions. Their sharpest edge is precision. This is first logic. The other interrupts. Their voice cracks. They raise it, not because they lack intelligence, but because their sharpest edge is impact. First emotion. It's not trying to win the argument, it's trying to be felt. One cuts with facts, the other cuts with feelings. Both are using their best weapon, and neither is trying to be dishonest. First will dominates. First logic dismantles. First physics strikes. First emotion overwhelms. Whatever the tool, it's not subtle, it's not fair, and it doesn't stop until it wins. The first function is a hammer, good for shaping iron, not cutting diamonds. Reliable, not elegant. Useful, not gentle. It also becomes your lens on truth. Sensationalists trust experience. Volunteers trust force. Mystics trust signs and feelings. Rationalists trust argument and deduction. Each group believes what they see is reality. That's why the mystic ignores data. The logician ignores vibes. No one's lying. They're just filtering life through a different lens. That's the real reason you can't argue someone out of superstition. You're debating someone's foundation, not just their opinion. Even perception starts with the first. A romantic sees swans and imagines transformation. A soldier sees cold water and thinks about hypothermia. Same pond, different first function, different world.
This isn't real. What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
The first function is loud. It breathes like a second heart. More than just using it, you feel the intensity of the first. Mikhail Chekhov once said he felt a strange power on stage, gripping the audience without trying. Vakhtangov felt the same force, but in daily life, commanding people without effort. They didn't name it, but we can. Chekhov had first emotion, which was emotional gravity. Vakhtangov, first will, commanding presence. This kind of power feels like a gift, and it is. But it's the kind you can't return, and it comes oversized. Like Shakespeare said, even honey sickens in excess. The first function is like that. Too much sweetness, too much strength. So strong, it warps itself. It doesn't stop at behavior. The first logic sees a perfectly ordered world and assumes a divine mind is behind it. Their God is reason itself. For the first will, their God is will itself. Blind, forceful, absolute. First physics worships the physical, the flesh, objects, resurrection in the body. For the first emotion, God is love, not an idea, not a force, a feeling. And only the soul survives. Whatever you put first becomes your eternity. As we age, the first hardens. First logic becomes rigid. First emotion turns touchy. First will demands obedience. First physics grows stingy. Time shakes the house, so the psyche doubles down on the foundation. But the first has a flaw. It does not bend. So when it breaks, through illness, failure, betrayal, it shatters. This is why the strongest people sometimes collapse hardest. The first function rarely tests itself. Despite its confidence, it avoids real risks. It doesn't want to fail. And make no mistake, The first is selfish, not in a petty way, just self-centered. If it gives anything, it's because it has too much, and it's out of kindness. It acts alone, speaks in monologue. It does not need to share. In the end, the first is your sharpest edge, your pride, your weapon, your burden, not the best, just the most vivid part of you.